So I just want to start off by saying much love, respect, and appreciation to any and all of those who decided to leave a comment, no matter what it was, even if it was to quote unquote critique me on my blackness, right? And my main thing that I wanted to showcase is this, right? As the black community, we always have a mouth, right, when it comes to disagreement, when it comes to critiquing and stating what it is that a person should be doing and shouldn't be doing and should sort of be doing, how a person should be walking, should not be walking, how a person should portray themselves and shouldn't portray themselves, and all these other things, right? But my main one thing is this: all of the people that decided to leave comments, right, and decided to speak on what it is that I was stating about Umar Johnson, right? I want to know how many of you guys are willing to basically pitch in and to put up money in order to fix things in the black community. Because, the main things that I've seen from critiques, some people have stated, like, hey, what specifically have you done? What do you exactly do for the black community, Seiji? Right? And if we're going by money wise, or if we're going by anything like that, I guess nothing at all. Got me beat there. Why? Because Seiji ain't rich. Seiji ain't rich. So it ain't nothing much I can sit up there and do. Right. So the most that I can try to do is what I've done so far, which is create a platform and try to invest whatever energy that I have into black people by delivering the news in a certain type of way and showcasing the news in a certain type of way, which you won't happen to see more than likely, talking wise, by mainstream media, and also showcasing a variety of stories, which you might not just so happen to see. And, in a sense, for me, I've successfully been able to do that. So, that's just my angle, right? Not even to mention the things that I've done before. I've even had this platform before, right? So, like I said before, with all of the critiques that people basically have, how many of you are willing to sit up there and put up money to basically help fix your community? How much walking are you willing to do to fix your community, to pick up trash in your community, to go door to door and start talking to people, or to potentially run for mayor, or run for a representative of the state or DA's office or whatever it is? How many of you are willing to sit up there and actually get up off your butt, off your cell phone, and go out there and go do that? Like I said before, that's the problem. A lot of us are willing to sit up there and talk, but we're not actually willing to do the things necessary. We're not willing to take on the sacrifices that need to be taken on in order to get the things done that we want done. We expect other people to sit up there and do it. So automatically, Umar Johnson School is supposed to be built in one specific place. It's not going to be built, in a sense, all over America all at the same time. So that means, while if and when that school is finally built, that means that's just that focal point, just for that dedicated area, which means that all the other black communities are what? Taking an L. Why? Because everybody else in the black community ain't trying to sit up there and come together to create a school. The main thing that I've always seen, along with the critiques of Brother Umar Johnson, is the fact that instead of waiting on one man to sit up there and do it, a community can sit up there and raise and build a school. Case in point, look at the Amish. They sit up there and do barn raisins, or maybe it might be Quaker. Somebody can correct me in the comment section. But whatever it is, they do barn raisins. I've literally watched them watch videos in fast motion from sun up to sundown. They sit up there and build barns. That's a whole stable building, which they use for a variety of things. But yet you mean to sit up there and tell me that the black community don't have enough hands on deck where we can't sit up there and do something similar, that we can't pour money together, and instead of depending on two people, right? We got Brother Tariq, who's building a museum, And then we have Dr. Umar Johnson, who's building a school. So instead of depending on two brothers to solely just do things that we want, why is it that we as a collective, as black people, we're not willing to sit up there and put our money where our mouth is and start doing the things necessary so that we can start getting the things that we need, instead of depending on other people, instead of waiting on other people, instead of watching other people? Like I said before, black people are real good at talking, but terrible at sitting up there actually doing the things that need to be done when it comes to the community, when it comes to our elders, when it comes to the kids, when it comes to the women, when it comes to us as black men. We are very, very terrible at actually taking action, because that's the one main thing that I've, in a sense, proven when I sit up there and put out a multitude of videos and I look through a lot of the comments. I don't really see anybody saying like, "Yo, I'm sitting up here taking action about this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." Nah, it's mostly complaints. It's a lot of deflections. It's a lot of he said, she said, and all this other type of stuff. Like I said before, the craziest part is, which I just found out, we had over 90 black cities, but yet you don't know any of them except for a few. Like I said, pay attention. We had 90, maybe even more than that. I at least know at this moment in time, thanks to brother Rizza Islam, that we had about 90, and yet you don't hear hide nor hair of those cities. A lot of black people don't even know where those cities even exist at this moment in time. That's the power that black people actually have, and that's the power that is hidden. We had 90. 90. Pay attention. We have places all around the United States, all around the United States, literally all destroyed, all gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's it. And the greatest thing that is out here is fear. That's the main reason that black people have never built or done anything so great as what we accomplished in the past. Because black people are afraid that, yo, if we sit up there and just build it, all they're going to do is just come through, and they're just going to burn it down. They're just going to destroy it again. And this is what I sit up there and talk about, the failure of teaching history. The main thing about not teaching history is that we are due to repeat it. So yeah, I guess so. If we sit up there and build something else, yep, it's going to sit up there and get destroyed. Why? Because we didn't learn from the past. The past suffered from lack of knowledge, lack of information, because they just thought that if they segregated themselves, that was going to stop everything. If we just sat up there and left them alone, that everything was going to be said and done. They can live where they live. We live where we live. No, they still showed up. Why did they show up? Because there was no type of defense. So like I said, learn from the past. The moment in time that you start having defense, people are going to be less likely to try to roll up on you. And that's just a fact. When people know that you're about that life and you're going to defend yourself and everything that you have to the T, you're willing to risk everything for it, people are going to be less likely to roll up on you. So my question to black people is this: are we going to just continue critiquing, brother Umar, going to continue critiquing brother Tariq and some of the others that are in the black community, or are we as black people going to take the initiative with the 2 trillion buying power, spending power that we have? Are we going to sit up there and group up, educate ourselves, and basically formulate a plan in order to build the things that we need and that we want, so that we can have the betterment of black people, so that we can, in a sense, get a little bit of a head start before 2030 hits, before 2035 hits, because it's literally right around the corner, because we're in 2022. We don't really got that much time before all of this stuff really starts moving. So like I said, black people, it's up to y'all. What y'all gonna do?